Hey kiddos, today we're going to be talking about shifts in verb tenses. Now, we remember that verb tense is used to convey various times, sequences, states, and conditions. In other words, it tells us when something happened. The three types of verbs that we've talked about so far are perfect, progressive, and simple, and each one of those has a past, present, and future. So if we're talking about simple past, normally we just add ed. Sometimes we have to change the verb completely. Like if we say eat, we don't want to say yesterday I eated, we say yesterday I ate. For present tense, it's just the verb. And for future tense, we usually just add the word will in front of it to show that it will happen in the future. Progressive past usually has, or always has, the word was, and the verb ends with ing. For present progressive, we usually have am or is with the ing verb. And future, we add will be to an ing verb. Perfect past, we add the word had to a past tense verb. Present tense, we add has or have to a past tense verb. And future perfect, we add will have plus a past tense verb. So verb tenses must remain the same within a sentence. So for example, if I say the sentence, I went to the county fair and ate cotton candy. Went is our first verb, and it's past tense. Our second verb is ate. It's also in past tense. Both of these events happened in the past. For the sentence, I go to the fair and eat cotton candy, go is our first verb, and it's present tense. So that means that the second verb, eat, must also be present tense. I will go to the fair and will eat cotton candy. Both of these verbs, will go and will eat, must be in future tense because it wouldn't make sense if one was future and one was past. Now, I will tell you that sometimes if a future action depends on a present action, a verb shift is okay. So for example, if I go to the fair, I will eat cotton candy. So go is a present tense verb. And if I go, meaning the second verb is going to be dependent upon this here. I will eat cotton candy. That is future tense. So let's take a look at some sentences and see if we can find the inappropriate shift in verb tense. April caught the ball and throws it to the catcher. The first thing we need to do is identify the two verbs. What did April do? Well, she caught and she throws. But does that sound right? Caught is a past tense verb. Throws, however, that's present tense. So we can't have those two verbs together. It doesn't make sense. So to rewrite this sentence, we would have to say, April caught the ball and threw it to the catcher. Let's take a look at this one. Lamar will be washing and has folded his laundry. Well, first off, we need to figure out what our verbs are. Let's see, what did Lamar do? Well, according to the sentence, he will be washing and has folded. Wait a minute. Does that mean he's going to wash his laundry after he already folded it? Well, that doesn't make sense. Will be washing is a future tense verb, and has folded, that's present tense. It's present perfect. So those two together don't make sense, but we could change it to Lamar has washed and has folded his laundry. Then they're both present perfect tense. By next week, I will have read 10 books, and Jen had read 12. So let's figure out what our verbs are. What had I done? Well, I will have read. That's our first verb. When I see will have, I'm thinking future perfect. which means the second one should be future perfect as well. But when I look at had read, that's past perfect. So that doesn't make sense. So let's change it so it does make sense. By next week, I will have read 10 books, and Jen will have read 12. As you're writing, make sure you're paying close attention to your verb tenses.